Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is day 3 of the Morning Magic Challenge, and I want to make sure I'm actually in the right spot. I actually started streaming into another group of mine this morning. Fortunately, they are not awake at this point in time, so let me just make sure I'm live in the right group. Yes, here I am. If you are here live with me, say hi. If you're listening to the replay, hashtag replay for me and add in any comments so that throughout the day I can come back in and say, yay, I'm glad you got that aha. Or if you have a question, you can put the question in and let me know that it's there and I can try to answer that and support you as we roll through this week of Morning Magic Challenge. And one of the things I wanted to address kind of today, because we're in this middle of the week challenge, Wednesday, over the hump day, all of that sort of thing, is kind of the elephant in the room. And that is making time for this. And I'm going to bring some tough love. Anything worthwhile is worth creating time and effort to put in. Once you start getting going with Morning Magic, it's not effort anymore. Like you want to get up and you want to go and do that. So yesterday I had to be out of the house really early to help support a friend with a health appointment. So I was out of the house by 6:30. I set my alarm for 4:30 to get up and still do my morning magic because it's important to me. Hi, Nancy Hall. Hope you're having a great morning so far. So, we do what is important for us, what we have passion about, and what we set our minds to doing. A lot of people will say, "Well, Laura, it's easy for you to say you don't have kids getting off, you don't have other things." Well, the truth is, I do, right? And they're my things, and I create success around those responsibilities. I'm not at my home 2 mornings a week. I'm at my father's. I spend the night um, with my 91-year-old father. I work late with some clients those nights. I'll go out to dinner with him. I'll come home. I'll look for science projects that are growing in his refrigerator. I take care of some of his health concerns and I spend the night. I still get up and do my morning magic in his home. Is it in my beautiful sacred space that I've created at home? No. Is it on the dock at the lake? No. But I've managed to carve out a little corner in his home in the guest bedroom for my morning magic time. So you can create morning magic time. Like I said, it really begins the day one, begin before you begin. Begin before you begin, right? Start when you first wake up. Notice the feelings and the sensation from your dreams. Jot them down if you can. As you're putting your feet on the floor, say your morning mantra to inspire and instill magic coming to you. Brush your teeth. Take 30 seconds and do some mirror work. I have 4 dogs. They greet me at the door we have a slider door at the top of our staircase. They greet me at the slider door. They've been resting. They want to go outside and play. They want to be fed. I'm still doing things that create morning magic while I'm dealing with that, while I'm saying hi to their wagging tails. I go downstairs, and truth be told, the first thing I do is I turn my TV on. What? But I turn it to the Soundscape music channel so that I have that slow, nurturing. This morning it was really wonderful meditative piano music. Sometimes it's a river or an ocean. You can set a playlist on, whatever you choose to use, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube. Set a playlist of your favorite meditative music and put that on while you're making lunches, while you're getting the people out the door that you love. As you're getting into the car, maybe taking time in the car is the place to do your morning magic creativity. We're going to talk about creativity today. So these are things that we want to make sure that you are doing as you are getting towards that time when you are actually sitting down and calling in quietude so that you can access that inner wisdom, whether you're journaling or creating mandalas or using oracle cards or crystals, whatever you're using. Yeah, nature sounds, right? So I sit down. One of the first things I do is I invoke the spirits of the air, wind, earth, and fire for myself, right? So that I can surround myself with the four elements. My actual creative morning magic time, if you want to like sit it and put it in the block of what it is, it's 20 minutes. And how do I know that? Because I don't have this black box next to me. I don't have a clock. I set my and I have one here in my office. Where is it? It's above my head. Right there. It's above my head. I have a blue light downstairs in my corner of my living room that I use for morning magic time. And it's set for 20 minutes. So I'll turn that on. And that's my 20 minutes of time when I actually sit down and either journal or draw an oracle card or do some investigation into my dreams and their meanings that I had during the evening. So it's actually only 20 minutes of time. And truth be told, I get up before that light goes off. The timer just turns it off. But I'm creating an essence of this morning time by getting in there so that when I sit down, I don't have to take those deep, deep breaths. I don't have to like ground myself because I'm already doing that as I'm moving forward into this morning magic time. Okay. When I'm brewing my coffee, I draw in the energy of abundance because that's my call in the morning. I want to be an abundant individual. I want money to come to me so that I can use it to support my highest good, right? So I do that while my coffee's brewing. So there's lots of different tools that you can use before you actually sit down. I wouldn't have survived caring for my parents in their final days without morning meditation and prayer. And the routine was I love this. I love this. I honor that you spent time, Candace, for taking care of your parents. I did the same with my mom. I'm loving, loving, loving the time that I devote to my dad right now. And I know that there may be some final days to where it's going to take some more time, but it is about establishing a routine. I didn't do this overnight. I didn't just wake up one morning and say, oh, my morning magic routine is right. It evolved and it continues to evolve. It continues to evolve. I do journal every morning, but I used to journal for those full 20 minutes. I no longer do that. I shifted it around and I find that the power of my pen is a little bit more poignant when I do a few other things that are creative. We're going to talk about that a little bit. All right. So, yes, a little bit of tough love this morning in that if this is one of the community members had said she does morning magic, that 20 minutes, about 40% of her time. And she feels really good. And the 60% of the time that she doesn't do it, she notices. And so I just ask, flip those numbers. Go from 40% of the time to 60% of the time. That's the first step, right? For me, simple steps create the greatest success. Simple steps create the greatest success. So flip that time from 40% to 60%, and you will start fueling that morning magic time and wanting to go to 80% and then doing it 99.99% of the time. I've done my morning magic time in ICU, in the intensive care unit with my father. Not once, but twice over. I've done my morning magic time. So you can do this wherever you are. Wherever you are. If I can do it in the ICU, you can do it in your car at a park just before you're walking into your office. You can do it as you're walking You can do morning magic time during a quiet meditative walk from the bus after you put the children on the bus and walking back to your home. You don't start thinking about the to-do list. You just say, this is my time. Claim it, proclaim it, and use it. All right. So those are the things I wanted to kind of talk about as we're in this Wednesday over the hump day. But day 3 really is about those 20 minutes, that creative time. And I want you to think about creativity 2 entirely different ways. The first is the actual activity, whether it's drawing oracle cards and seeing what they say, whether it's sitting with a meditation, a guided meditation, whether it's doing your own meditation, whether it's opening up a chakra that seems to be blocked for yourself, whether it's journaling, right? Whatever that creativity activity is, think of it as a creative, nurturing activity where you can get lost in it. Because the activity of creation comes when you're outside of your thinking brain. The activity of creation for yourself comes when you're outside of your thinking brain. Right? And to do that, we need to get into some of those rote activities. Journaling can be rote when you've done it for enough time where the words just kind of slip off the pen and write. Oracle cards can be creative because you're using the words on them, the colors and the images to invoke a new way to answer a challenge, because that's where answers come. Answers don't come from our safe little block box. They come from stepping out of the box. We can create answers all day long based on what we know, based on history, but to move ourselves forward personally, spiritually, professionally, we have to get answers that are outside of our box, and creativity juices that. So whatever the activity is, I want you to start doing it according to thinking of it as a creative unblocking of an answer. All right. So that's the first one. And can I speak to Nancy? Can I speak to opening up a block chakra? I can. It's outside really of the purview of this 5-day meditation. I do that inside my Sisterhood membership program. I will be doing a chakra, not challenge, but a lot of chakra information the end of February, beginning of March, because I'm a guest in a chakra program. So I'll be answering that a little bit. But right now, simply, it's just allowing energy to flow through your body. So if you know an area that's blocked, just breathe in a simple way of opening it up is just quietly use breath work into that area. So if you're having trouble speaking and it's your throat chakra, just breathe white light into that area and exhale it. Right? And you might do that thinking of the color that's aligned with that chakra that seems to be blocked. So that's a simple way of doing it. And you can do that during morning creativity time, right? You can do those sorts of things. Allow energy to flow through your body for yourself. The second thing about creativity that I want you to really start thinking about is using creative visualization to allow new insights to flow forward. And it's daydreaming, right? Creative visualization is really daydreaming. And I did this activity this morning knowing I was coming on. So I finished my morning work. I was saying hi to my dogs. I did my abundance attraction thing. And just as I was switching from one room to another room, I said, okay, I'm going to go into my creative activity. I see myself sitting down, turning on my blue light, lighting my candles, invoking the 4 elements. I see myself doing that. And I see myself smiling as I'm getting answers from my journaling time. So I'm creatively visualizing the activity that I'm going to be doing so that the results that I want come to me. And you can do this as you're sitting in that creative time. Just use creative visualization to unblock answers. So you can sit there and say, I have a teleconference this afternoon, and I want the end result to be so and such and so. And I see that happening because I'm going to go into the conference positively, with compassion, listening to the other individuals, allowing my own voice to be heard. I can see it, I can sense it, I can feel it. So when you're doing creative visualization, it is about seeing, sensing, and feeling, right? And the outcome for your highest good. You're welcome, Nancy. So it is about daydreaming the answer you want and creatively daydreaming. I mean, like, do you really want to be Queen of England? But you might daydream about being Queen of England. But this is more daydreaming about the activities that we have and allowing support to come in, allowing yourself to see things flowing with ease and grace as you're going through them. And how many of you have had a challenging conversation with a family member over the last 3 months? We had holiday season, so I know I had a couple of challenging conversations. But before I pick up the phone and call, I sit and I just say, I'm going to love on this individual. Okay, I see their side of things. I know they'll hear and listen to my side of things, and we're going to come out with a resolution that's going to serve the highest good. And then I dial the phone. So I set the energy. I see it, I sense it, and I feel it positively. And I'm not being overly, all bells and whistles and glows. I know that there is going to be some challenges with a conversation. I need to be open to receiving and hearing what they're saying for the highest good of all. I need to be able to express myself so that they can hear and see and sense and feel my love, that we want to get to the same resolution. So that's what creative visualization is about. It's taking what you might see to be a challenge or a promise, throwing your love at it, throwing your compassion at it, and seeing how it will flow for your highest good, and seeing the end resolution being exactly what you want or something better. Right? So that's what creative visualization is. And I really want you to try to practice this throughout the day today and the rest of the week and into the weekend. Just, when you're driving and you turn off your car and you're about to go shopping, see, sense, and feel yourself going through the market with ease and grace, and getting around other people who are marketing, and being able to say hi to a friend who might be in there, and then saying, oh, there are flowers. I think I'll get those for myself because I deserve them, and give yourself a gift, and then see yourself checking out and easily unpacking things into the car, right? Just creatively visualize your life and let me know how it goes. Let me know how those visions bring the outcome that you want. So this is about morning magic, creative visualization, allowing ease and flow throughout your day. So this is really a key component of the morning challenge. I do this with my private clients. I do this with the sisterhood, the membership program that we have. I do it with my big guy. We'll be going to a party, and I'm like, well, what do you want to see the outcome be today? Who do you want to see there? So that we're sparking creativity. And then that is what's drawn to us going forward. So I hope that helps serve. Nancy says she'll try with the block. Yay, good, yay, awesome. If there is something that you have any questions about, please put them in. Please go to the reminders. When you come back in at night, there will be a little hint for the next day. And tomorrow, I'm going to be hinting toward what's going to happen after Friday. And it's not a sale. There's no sales at the end of this challenge. So don't worry about that. Um, there, there might be a couple of opportunities, but it's going to be just very soft. But I'm going to do something fun next week to continue the momentum because, yeah, 5 days you can get information and insight. 10 days you can start making things a habit. And in a month, you've created great change. In February, it can be a fantabulous month. It's a little shorter. It gets me to lake time a little bit faster. Although it's 29 days this year, isn't it? It's a leap year. But February is kind of, we're coming out, you're heading through the winter and you're beginning to come out of that winter time if you're in the northern hemisphere, and it's still dark, but you can feel the light coming towards you. So we're going to be using this throughout the month of February as well. Tomorrow morning, if you're still here and you're listening to this, tomorrow morning's live is going to be at 9:15. Again, I've got to take somebody to a health challenge, and it was really tight coming back this morning. So I'm going to give myself a little breathing room, and it'll be at 9:15 on Thursday. I'll remind you of that tomorrow morning and in the emails that are coming out. So hope you're enjoying this. We are over the hump in it. We got 2 more days and they're going to be lots of fun so we can rock and sock it. Okay. Have a great day, everybody. And as always, keep smiling.